me now? Hello, hello. You should be able to. Oh, you can't hear me now. Oh, you can. Okay, cool. So annoying. So I run everything off of the backup computer, and what's giving me the issue today is I hooked up the normal camera, and it's like, yeah, no, too much. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the day playing around with that. Who else is on besides Paula? Just wondering how different people are seeing me from different locations. Look at this. I could have shot this outside. This is the worst. I can't share my screen. This is going to be tough. I can definitely tell you that. Till I get the new machine in. This is not going to be fun. The man who loves. What's up, dog? How do I sound? Because I know I don't have the lavalier hooked up at the moment. And I know this computer does not have the best sound. And as well as, am I skipping? Am I doing anything like that? I'm trying to look to see if I can raise this thing up a little bit. I'm actually quite annoyed. So what's funny is that this machine is the same machine that I used while I was traveling, and everything was fine, and I had less bandwidth. So I think it's trying to run two monitors off of this computer that is not really built for the two additional monitors. Running a high-end camera off of it is not working at all. I mean, it works, but it doesn't work. You know what I mean? So I think it's having issues with all the extra goodies. Yeah, the stream is choppy. I shouldn't even do a stream today. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because it's saying my GPU, I mean my CPU is over 95%. And yeah, I don't see how. This is the same setup that I had before, and I wasn't over 95%. I think I'll install some software. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Because I installed some Logitech software and it seems to be messing with the system. Because when I filmed before on Friday, I didn't have the Logitech software on there. Now I do, and now it's like jumpy. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. But so normally we look at what happened last week, and we try to look forward, for the week coming. So we pop back up, toward the end of the week, actually over the weekend, Friday, and that was cute. But I think we're gonna stay in this zone for a little while. I mean, Germany's got a lot of Bitcoin that they're dumping, so I don't know that it's gonna go any higher, with all that downward pressure. And I don't think that Germany's going to change, their current tactic, right? So if they don't change their current tactic and they're going to continue to sell on the open market, there's going to be a lot of downward pressure, and that's going to be it, right? And we'll ride that until they can't do it anymore. You know what I mean? Until they've sold what they can sell, and that's it. But that's pretty much what I'm thinking right now, is because they're just they had all this time in the world to change, right? I've got some people that have reached out to me, in IMs, and on here, and they're like, "Oh, well, Germany doesn't have anything." I'm like, "Do you read the news? Germany said they're doing what they're doing. Like, what are we missing?" So that's why I'm kind of like, "Are you kidding me? That makes no sense." Um, so you're just not paying attention. I should have just done that. They're just not even paying attention to the market, and I don't think they care about the market, right? So that's two things. Mount Gox, you still have a ton of FUD that everybody's still believing. Like every time you hear about Germany, they're also saying, oh, well, Mount Gox is selling as well. And I'm like, Mount Gox isn't selling jack. Mount Gox is giving back digital assets, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Done. So, I don't know how many times I need to say it. I don't know how many times everybody needs to say it. But Mount Gox is not selling. The United States sold a little bit, but they're not selling the way, nearly at the level that, that Germany is selling at. So I'm kind of like, what are you people talking about? Like, are you not paying attention to what's actually going on? So next week, what am I expecting? I'm expecting continued downward pressure coming from Germany. It's not coming from any place else. Even if you said the miners were selling, they don't sell on the open market. That would be like the rarest of occasions that they're dumping on the open market. You hear about them selling or them dumping, but they're dumping behind the scenes. So yes, it will have an effect, but it's not an immediate effect like that. It's more like a news level effect where, yeah, they sold and yada, 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 yada. Cool. But Germany is dumping on the open market for sure. For sure. Go check, Arkham and see what they've been tracking and things like that. There are a whole bunch of companies that are tracking what the German government is doing right now. And the German government was offered, a deal. Well, not offered a deal, but offered, a negotiation, with even Justin Sun saying, hey, look, listen, instead of selling on the open market, how about we take this, OTC and, we see how that works. I haven't heard anything other than Germany continues to sell on the open market. Somebody came at me, well, Germany's got to sell what they have to sell, and that's that. It's not manipulation. But here's my case for manipulation. You put 1,500 or you put even a few hundred Bitcoin, over on Coinbase to be sold. And then you pull it back. And then you set up other chunks to be sold. Like, that doesn't strike you as manipulation? Was it a mistake? I don't know. Could have been a mistake, but you continue to sell. Even though people have definitely told, even politicians in your own country have said, hey, number one, why are we selling? Right? And I think it took a break over the weekend because nobody's at work. But I think as soon as everybody comes back to work, they'll be off selling again. Like, where else do you go from that? I mean, no other news right now is going to matter until we hear Germany's chilled out. They're not going to sell so much. Other than that, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I'm kind of sitting back and I'm kind of like, yeah, Germany's not playing nicely and they don't plan on playing nicely. Simple as that. And for me, as I look forward, I'm thinking, that's why I have the poll question as it is right now. Do you think that the market is going to come back by the end of the year? My answer is yes, right? And my answer is yes is because, Germany has so much that they're selling. Rumor has it they've got to sell it, August, November timeframe. I mean, October, November time. So for the next 3 months, we're going to be at this level. Truth be told, I think that's it, right? Even if the United States government comes out and says, "Oh, we're going to sell a couple of billion too," all right, but I don't think they're going to sell a couple of billion. I don't know that the United States has a couple of billion. I have to go look that up again. I had the number before. I don't have it in front of me now. So that would be one. But I think the downward pressure from Germany would come to, a halt, so to speak, and be all done. So I'm sitting back and I'm just saying, all right, so by the end of the year, if I'm correct and everything goes up, right? If I'm correct and everything goes back up, that means right now, this period of time is buying season. At least for me, from my perspective, with all the news that I've been putting my nose into, for me, I think that it's buying season. I think it'll remain buying season for the next 3 months or so, right? If it remains buying season for the next 3 months, I'm gonna DCA heavier, right? So am I gonna take any chances on anything? Probably not. Am I gonna dump into meme coins? No. What I have in meme coins already is what I have, right? I'll be putting money into things that I believe are a sure thing. That's where I'm going to be. So, as I look at that, I'm kind of like, yeah, that kind of makes sense to me, right? Other people might say, oh, I'm going to put my money into meme coins. Some people are thinking, I'm not going to put any money into certain things, but I'll put them into other things. Cool, makes sense. For me, I'm not going to be bothered with meme coins because my other fear is meme coins take it on the chin. The first to go down are meme coins. The first to come back are, meme coins can come back, not exponentially, but by multiples. But when those meme coins finally take that hit of you don't do anything, nothing's going on, then what? Then what? So I'm kind of like, yeah, I'll put my money into Chainlink and other real coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon. I'll put them into real coins that I think are really going to wind up doing something. I had a conversation with somebody earlier. I don't want to say his name because I don't know that he's on. And he was mentioning that there was a deal between Ripple, and Roblox. And I was like, no, there's no deal between Ripple and Roblox, right? A few months ago, I had told you guys that there was a way that a company, BitPay, was making announcements or hitting the news. And the way that they were going about it made it seem like those companies were now accepting whatever coin because that would be the news. The news would not be as big if they said, well, this company is now working with BitPay. Nobody's going to care. But if they drop news that, oh, hey, Roblox now accepts Ripple, that would be the headline. And then as you read the article, it'll say, yeah, they're accepting Ripple via BitPay, which means that they're not accepting Ripple. They're not Ripple, XRP. They're not accepting XRP. They're accepting fiat from a company that accepts XRP, who then gives them fiat. See how that works? But you see how misleading that is? So it's got a lot of people thinking, oh, all these companies, they're getting involved with XRP and Shiba Inu and this one and that one. And no, that's not it. That's not it. Read deeper. In most cases, that is not the case. In most cases, there is a middleman company in between the actual vendor and the actual customer, and they're basically exchanging, digital assets for money. So like Visa's doing that. I think MasterCard is doing that. So now you know why I'm like, yeah, no, it's not those companies accepting digital assets. There's a difference between, my company accepting digital assets and that company accepting digital assets. We actually do accept digital assets, via e-commerce. Other companies, in that particular instance, they're not. And that's what we have to be careful about, right? A lot of people are looking at that and they're just like, wow, what's going on? So in terms of doing your own research, I want you to dig a little bit deeper so that you can confirm that there's a direct correlation, whether it be on who's accepting digital assets or who's partnering with who, because another one is, oh, this company's partnering with that company, and it's not that. This company is purchasing this company's service. Oh, here comes the monster. Stitchy, come. Uppy. Come on, Uppy. No? You're gonna huff and puff. Go lay down. Go ahead, go lay down then. Go lay down then. That's my big boy. So I'm just looking at everything in terms of the news that happened last week, and we had some decent news last week. We have pretty interesting news, right? You know, um, the founder of Core Scientific thinks that everything's good. Even the German government. I will tell you this: even the German government selling, I think, is all right. I think that's good, right? It sounds crazy. It sounds insane, but I actually do think it's good because we're demonstrating, and I don't know that they realize this, but they're basically saying or recognizing, oh, hey, this has value. We're going to sell it to go get money. But remember what everybody was saying before. It's worthless. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Even people that came at me, via chats and everything. I'm like, okay, so if it's nothing, just help me out with this. If it's nothing, then why is it being sold for something? Feel me? I'm just like, yeah, how does that? So I listen to those people and I take it with a grain of salt. So you want to have an argument against, that's your argument, but then you don't have a way to defend that argument. Cool. Sell on, McDuff, because that's how it's supposed to work. I mean, imagine if Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy sold their Bitcoin. They own about 1% of all Bitcoin. Think about that. If somebody wanted to manipulate the market, that's a company that actually could. They actually could. Hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, in their coffers. They could absolutely manipulate the market. But I don't think that's going to happen. That's not how they operate. But that is how Germany is operating right now. Germany is just proving to me that everything works, and it works the way it's supposed to work. Cool. I'm fine with that. We got some bad news, or some, I would call it more of an example, another example about how meme coins are not necessarily a great thing. So you had, a UFC fighter drop a meme coin, up, crash within 24 hours. Boom, done. And I don't think that one was a rug pull. I think he thought, oh, I'm going to drop this meme coin and maybe it'll turn into something. Everybody will make money. Everybody be happy. Maybe it'll be this Pepe thing because I carry a name. And then what happened? Up, boom, done. An initial yay, and then a big crash. There are certain realities to it. And I'm just saying, we have to do better research, and we have to have a better understanding about how it works. But even then, to me, that's kind of good news, because if you're doing your own research, you should understand that there is nothing behind that meme coin. There's nothing there. Somebody but somebody made a statement that, it's so easy to pick out meme coins and make 10x, 100x. I do it all the time. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. And I don't think it's that easy, right? I'm sitting here looking at the workbook, looking at all the charts, and I'm like, yeah, it's not that easy, because, what makes a meme coin popular? The wind is blowing south. The sky is blue. That's it. Nothing else is going to make a meme coin popular. That cool name. But it's not like that meme coin is doing something, some substantive. That's not what's going on. So when I look at this example, I'm just like, dude, oh, it's so easy to pick out 10x and 100x meme coins? Really? Oh, that means you never missed, right? Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. If you take $10 and you put it on a 2-cent meme coin, how are you waiting? How long are you waiting before that meme coin takes off? Even if it was one of the ones that took off, how long are you waiting? How much of a bet are you willing to take? You have X amount of money, you're able to choose 10 coins, like a private equity firm or a venture capitalist firm. They're going to pick 10 companies, and one of them's going to take off, and that's all they need. One to take off. But if you're a regular person, you got $1,000. You got 10 companies. You put $100 in each. lose, 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 and then one takes off. That's an extreme lucky thing. You're shooting into a barrel with nothing in it, right? Those are your chances. You got like that much of a chance. All right, let's be factual. You're shooting into a barrel, and you have the opportunity to hit a molecule. Are you going to hit that molecule? I don't know. But I haven't been able to sit there and go, oh, that's going to be the next meme coin. Have not been able to do that. The way that you find out about it, keep talking about it like there's this one block dag. I have no idea what the heck that is. I'll never buy it. Why? Because there's an article in every single newspaper out there, every single online magazine, block dag this, block dag that. And, people are, buying, Matic and or getting out of Matic and going into block dag. I'm not going to believe any of those articles. So I'm sorry to be on such a soapbox when it comes to doing your research, but I think it's highly, important that you do your own research and you find corroborating evidence about what's going on and take a deeper dive. Reach out to the Grow My Bag community and be like, hey, has anybody heard of? Because I'll be quick to say, listen, that thing is ranked like 3,000 something. I'm not going to pay any mind to it. Done. Not going to pay. I'm going to pay zero mind to it. Zero. That's what I mean. Because I have certain parameters. Develop your certain parameters. What are your parameters for opting into a meme coin? Any coin. What are your parameters? Right? I had somebody say, nobody's buying Chainlink. Everybody, swap Chainlink out for Pith. Everybody's buying. All the institutional investors are buying Pith. But there are charts out there that are showing institutions buying Chainlink. Not seeing the same for Pith. There are news articles about what kind of deals Chainlink is cutting. I don't see the same for Pith. Now, Pith could be cutting deals, but they're not cutting deals at the level that Chainlink is cutting. Their market cap is less than 500 mil. And I say this because I talk about Chainlink a lot, so it makes sense that somebody would say, hey, I don't believe you when you're talking about Chainlink. I believe in Pith. I get that. I have no issue with Pith. But I just want you to do your research. You buying Pith over Chainlink is not a problem. Everybody makes their own choice. From what I've read, Pith has the better tech. But I've also read and know that Chainlink has more data. They have more access to data. And clearly they've got more access to the companies that are there because having access to data got them Swift. Swift is getting them all these banks. Hard to shake a stick at that. So do I like Pith's, tech? The fact that it's faster, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's great. But they need to cut deals the way Chainlink is cutting deals. Straight up, that's what it is. So that's what I'm paying attention to is how does that work? Right? And I'm just not seeing it. Anyway, I'm gonna keep today short because the video quality is not where I want it to be, but I promised that I would have a show today and I wanted to make sure that I had it. Got 5 votes. I didn't think we'd get that many people. So I'll end the poll so that everybody can see the number of people. 100% people think that everything is going to go up by the end of the year. By the end of the year. And I'm kind of like, yeah, believe that. Definitely believe that. I might get back on later, testing out the video on this one, because I'm trying to understand how did I have decent video the other day and not have decent video today. And I'm wondering if it's, because of all the peripherals that I have, stuff like that. So I'm going to be playing around with that. Anyway, does anybody have any questions before I sign off today? Just make sure. I know normally Sunday is a really long day. Normally we make Sunday I've done Sundays that have been like an hour and a half. So I know this is strange for me to be ready to sign off in, less than a half hour. I know that's nuts. I get it. But the video quality just isn't there. I mean, I've been playing with this for the past 2 hours and things looked all right. But then all of a sudden my CPU shot up and I'm like, why is my CPU so high? I'm having a problem understanding why the CPU is running so hot. It shouldn't, but it looks like there aren't that many questions right now. So everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be back tomorrow morning. All right, bye-bye.